We're here.
There you go. We are here. Bear with us. We're using some new software.
Shocked the hell out of me. Good thing I wasn't doing nothing stupid.
Yeah, thank God, right?
I still can't see the chat.
I think we got an intro. Let me play it.
Did it play?
What is up, Defects? I can't hear anything. Hold on. We lost something. I lost Jay. Hold on. We are having technical difficulties. Shocking. Hold up.
I mean, I see this guy.
Let me get rid of this. How about now? Say something, Jay.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. I think we're good.
Am I good? Can the chat hear me?
I'm hearing double. He said his auto running things tonight. I got a double. Hold on. Let me try something here. Stereo audio. Something. Yeah, exactly. Is it do you hear double, Jay, or no?
No. I hear fine. I see fine. Everything's good on my end.
Okay. I think we're good. I think I cleared it. I think we're good. All right.
Fine.
Guys, we're using a new platform. All right. Obviously you could see it. Using a new platform. I don't know what's gonna happen. Do you see the chat now, Jay?
No, I cannot see the chat, so if I ignore you, I am sorry. Matt's gonna have to run the whole show.
Still no chat. Okay, I thought we would get the chat going, but I guess not. What is up, Defects? We're back. It's Monday Night Live. Little technical difficulty. We're running a little late, but we're good to go. We got a fun show tonight. Before I get into what we're gonna do, let me say what up to my boy, Butcher 105. What up?
What is up, people? Missed you from last week. I missed King Kon. That'll be the last King Kon I ever missed in my life. I missed out on so much fun, but I guess we'll get into that later. Matt said we got an awesome show lined up. A couple of spec books. We got what to do, how to get through a con if you don't know, if you're a beginner at cons, if you need a little navigation through, a couple of tips and pointers to get you through with New York City Comic-Con coming on. Yeah, man. And you know, the usual shenanigans. So what's up, everybody?
We got a little spec coming your way. We're going to talk a little bit about just a few little tidbits, comic book news. It's more movie news, but there was some cool stuff. Matt Farino, first time. Appreciate you being here. Give us a sub. Maybe something happens on screen. Apparently, it's supposed to happen. I don't know if it's actually going to happen. We're lucky that we're even live right now. So we'll see what happens. If he subs us up, maybe something pops up on the screen. I don't know. We also are going to talk about we're going to show a video from King Kon that Jay hasn't seen yet. The chat hasn't seen yet because we didn't do it live. So we're going to show that. Guy Forge running a little late. We don't know if he's going to make it. He was out on the links today playing a little golf. All right, so maybe he makes it, maybe he doesn't. We're going to hold it down until then. Before we get started, Jay, you know, no matter what kind of technical difficulties we have, we got to talk about our fucking sponsors.
First up, guys, you know our boy, Erod with Express Comic Book Pressing, the best in the business. Erod 212 is your presser's presser. Defects 10 gets you 10% off. Not only that, Erod is nice enough to pass along his discount from CBCS and CGC. If you people out there are still even submitting, which I am not right now at the moment, but hit him up, man. Tell him the Defect sent you for that 10% off.
Lost
next
Jay.
up.
Oh.
Next up.
I'm like, what happened?
Everybody's favorite Beaver, Mutant Beaver Comics. Defects 10 gets you 10% off. One of the world's largest online retailers for exclusive variants, shipping worldwide. Guys, hit them up. They have a ton of fire on their page right now. They're always having sales. The Defects 10 discount goes gets you even 10% off more than that. So save some money and tell Pat and the B-Man the Defects sent you.
There you go. I think we're done with the fucking technical difficulties now. I think we're good.
I hope so, man. You're jinxing us. Knock on wood.
I think we're good to go at this point. But let's see. I see the chat rolling in. A lot of familiar faces as always. Very Gary in the house. Matt Farino, Chinmo, James Picknell, BLC, Dave Levesque, A Supreme Love. That's it, guys. I think we're going to pretty much get right into it. Let me see. Did I forget anything? No, I think we're good to go. So let's play this little thing we got here, right? And we'll get into the news. So Jay, I know we were going to start with the spec, but I think we should wait. I think we should leave the spec for the end of the news segment. And we'll just talk about a little bit of news first. Is that good with you?
Let's go.
Constantine 2. All right. Reports. In a new report from Deadline, it's been confirmed that Warner Bros. Is developing a sequel to Constantine. The very same movie, starring Keanu, same director, I believe, is going to also be returning. So it's going to basically be a sequel. I don't know if you've seen this, Jay.
I have seen this. Yep, I seen the big news that Keanu's coming back for it. I know that makes fans happy. Who do you think we get in this movie? Do we get cameos from anybody in the MCU in this? Is it going to tie into the MCU?
The DCEU?
I mean DCEU, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't think it'll tie in because DC is not smart enough to do that.
You know what, though? It's probably better off a standalone movie with no tie-ins. You know what I mean?
They knocked it. I love the first one. Like, I'll watch it whenever it's on, like HBO or whatever. So I don't want them to fuck it up by putting on the DCU stamp on it. I just want this to be the same thing they gave us the first time around. That shit was a dope movie. They did, I wasn't I'm not a big Constantine comic book fan, so I don't know how accurate it was, but it was a dope movie, right? So people in the chat probably have a little bit of a different take on it. If they were huge Constantine fans in the comics, maybe it wasn't super accurate. Maybe they wanted to see it different. Let us know in the chat. If you were into Constantine in the comics, what'd you think? What'd you think of that first movie? And are you happy they're making another one? Let's see what they're saying. Shia for president. Yeah, you remember Shia LaBeouf, or whatever you say his name, was in that shit. LaBeouf. What are we saying here? It's connected to Jay's happy hour. It's possible.
Yeah, it ain't connected to that. Although my happy hour does start in the depths of hell.
Yeah, that is true. See, that is true. Wes is saying, hope they just keep it separate and don't try to tie it in and ruin it. That's what I'm saying. They've shown they can't do cinematic universes. Keep DC standalone. We might raise our opinion. I like it. Biggest change was the location. The movie took place in LA. Okay. DJ Link's in the house. Peter Stormare and Tilda Swinton were also... Yeah, they were. They definitely were. J.J. Abrams was brought in. Is that the news, Carlos? That maybe not as great of an idea. What is Dark Fluke saying? Dynamite Entertainment has revealed Vampirella is not only pregnant, but she'll be showing off her baby bump to the world disassembler in Vampirella Year 1, Number 6. So which defect is the father?
The one that's not here right now.
I was going to say, yeah, it could be any of us, though. We may have to take a DNA test.
Oh, man.
Look who's in the house, Jay.
Oh, my man Kingdom out with a dope video today, guys. Go check him out. He says, fuck all these bullshit top 10s. Go check out his shit, man.
There you go. So, not a huge bit of news, but I'm thinking maybe Warner Brothers can make a good movie for a change. Yes, I am shitting on Warner Brothers movies because it hasn't been a good one since the first Wonder Woman, right? Is that about where it's at?
Yeah, the first Wonder Woman I enjoyed. The first 10 minutes of the second one I enjoyed. I thought it was going to go in a totally different direction. And then once we hit that mall scene, bro, it's fucking brutal. Brutal.
Rough, rough. All right, let's keep it moving. Like I said, not a ton of news, but we do have some specs. So, speaking of Warner Bros., is Warner Bros. Getting sold again? New report reveals one likely new studio buyer. When I saw this a couple days ago, I was just like, I wasn't too shocked, but I was just like, here we go again.
Yep.
So the Hollywood Reporter, take that as you want. They've gotten some stuff right in the past, shared that some Hollywood insiders are expecting that Warner Bros. Could be sold again to Comcast in the years ahead. This following the recent merger of Warner Bros. With Discovery to create Warner Bros. Discovery, a conglomerate deal that only just closed 5 months back in April. So this isn't something that we're going to be seeing immediately. This could be a few years off, but it may start to explain some of what I don't know, Jay. Before I say anything, what do you take out of this? Is this good, bad? Like, do you not care? Like, what's up?
Oh, no, I always care. You know what I mean? I don't know what to take. Maybe this is why everything's getting kiboshed. This is maybe why they're going to hit that that reset button. Who knows? Maybe, a different investor has different plans for all these movies. I can't say I hate on the Warner Brothers movies, dude. Is it bros now? I call it brothers. Is it bros?
I think I don't know what it is. I call it brothers. That's what I call it too. So
Yeah, I guess change is good, right? I wish someone would buy MCU, dude.
yeah, you're no fucking kidding. Uncanny saying Comcast fixed my cable first. I understand that. WB will be sold to Universal in 2024. That would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
Somebody, where was this one? Disney buys Warner Bros. Eventually, mark my words. See, I don't think this ever happens.
I don't think that happens either.
I don't think this ever happens. DC Comics is definitely hurting. The movies are hurting. They got a lot going on over there. The guy that was supposed, what was the news? The guy that was supposed to be the Kevin Feige of DCEU didn't even show up to work his first day, pretty much, Jay, right?
Sounds like me the first day of high school.
So I don't know. Maybe this is a good thing. Maybe this is what's needed. They were talking about a 10-year plan and a multiverse and this and that. Whatever it is, I just hope they get their act together. They have a lot of potential over there, possibly more than the MCU, to be honest with you.
I honestly think, and I'm a Marvel guy, Marvel Comics guy, but DC has way better characters than Marvel. In my opinion, I'll probably get beat up in the chat a little bit, but if you're a comic book reader, the stories in DC and the characters that are in DC, their movies could be absolutely phenomenal. If I want them to keep them dark, they got to stick to that dark. I hope they don't follow suit with the way MCU has been doing things. If they keep things dark and do it right, I think DC is gonna, have a major comeback. I hope.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't disagree with what you just said. To be completely honest with you, they do the characters in large are better, but they just haven't shown that on screen yet, right? So I don't know. We'll see. This is kind of like one that we'll check back in every once in a while just to see what's going on, but it'll be interesting. I hope they both need to get their act together, but that's a topic for another fucking show. You guys know where we're at on that one.
Yep.
Doom
absolutely.
reigns over all. There you go. Comics and cannabis. Cannabis and comics. I love it.
Definitely does.
This is a good one. DC and Warner Bros. Need to stop competing with the MCU and do your own thing.
100%. I totally agree with that. But I don't think they've been competing with them. I think they have been doing their own thing. It just hasn't been working. There's so many storylines they could go off of and get right. There's no reason Green Lantern should have failed. In my opinion, they should have done Green Lantern like a Star Wars movie where they have there's so many good stories. You know what I mean? They could do Blackest Night. They could do Brightest Day. After that, there's so many good stories they could do. We all know Green Lantern and Hal Jordan's origin. There's so many different lanterns they could bring into it. I think that could be a huge move for them. They always lean in the direction of Batman, right? It's always Batman. Let's do Batman. Let's switch it up, man. Let's get some of these other characters in there. Black Adam looks dope. I'm not even gonna lie. It looks amazing. I think that trailer looks sick. Dr. Fate looked great. All the characters in that look great. So excited for that. And I'm not even a big Rock guy. I personally don't even like the Rock. But
That's
it
Guy
looks
Forge
like
territory.
it looks like he's gonna do a good job, man. I'm excited.
All right. All right. I'm reading the chat. I'm trying to highlight as much as I can. Captain Carrot movie will save the studio.
Oh, I just lost
That-
everything. Oh, never mind. It's back.
You're back?
I'm back. I got no
Okay.
chat though. So guys, I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see anything.
I can't believe the chat's not showing up on your shit. All right. If you remember Captain Carrot from this channel, you've been around for a while.
Yeah, 100%.
You've been around for a while. All right, that's what I'll say. All right, let me do this real quick. Hold up. Hide. I just want to get back to my first slide because originally the spec was first. So guys, 96 of you in here, hit the thumbs up. If you're new, hit that sub button. Here's where we make our money, right? Like this is the bread and butter for the Pressable Defects. We're breaking down a little piece of the D23 news a little bit at a time. And this started the first day. This started on Saturday when all the trailers dropped. Me and Jay were together. We started talking about different things. And one piece that was probably the most overlooked was this. It was the footage out of Captain Marvel 2, the Marvels, which was showing off. Okay, I don't want to give too much because I want Jay to talk about this. But essentially, we didn't see the trailer, but we did see a description. And there was a female that looked like she had the hammer of an accuser. So over the next few days, Jay went to work. So take it away, brother.
Yeah, guys. So, once you hear a story like that, a female wielding the universal weapon that Ronin once had, you start digging into comic books and you start doing your research on what female characters would wield this weapon, right? The universal weapon. So there's only two, right? And both of them make a little bit of sense. Matt, I'm not sure if you want to pull up. What's the name of the actress that's going to be playing this unknown character?
So Zawe Ashton, we knew she's on screen there, looking good. We knew she was cast for this movie for a while, and there's strong evidence to suggest she's the villain. That's all we know right now. And there was some footage, like we said, of we don't know if it was her because it was very quick, a female wielding, like Jay said, a universal weapon.
Yep.
So what do you want to show first? Your books?
All right, so yeah, we'll show the Captain Marvels first.
Okay.
So this made the most sense to me, guys. It's Captain Marvel 18 and 19 from 2020 from Kelly Thompson and Jorge Molina. They did all the books I'm about to talk about right now. It's the first appearance of Laura L. Who's Laura L? She's the half-sister of Carol Danvers, right? Not so much a villain, right? It's not confirmed that it's a villain. So
right.
All we have is a female wielding the universal weapon, right? On the right-hand side, we have number 19. That's her first appearance. You see her there. She's a Kree soldier who is created from Carol Danvers' mother, Marielle, and an unknown Kree. They never get into who's her father in the comic books yet. Not sure if they're going to get... I mean, a lot of people are calling for what makes sense to Matt, and I'll let him get into that. But this makes sense to me. A half-sister of Carol Danvers that's going to come out of nowhere. She's going to have Ronin's universal weapon. She's from the Kree Empire. She was actually created by the Kree to be this powerful weapon. The thing with her, though, where she doesn't stick out like a villain to me, is she hated confrontation. So it kind of backfired in a way. But because of that, she had perfect harmony with this accuser's weapon, the universal weapon. So this makes a lot of sense to me. These books are like $3, definitely in back bins. If you're a fan of Captain Marvel, you might want to take a chance on both of them, guys. If you're a comic book flipper, if it pops, I don't see it going crazy. It hasn't hit the app yet. I'm sure it will this week. It always does after people talk about books. They have their spies and all their little fucking people everywhere. But two books that make perfect sense. And then number 21, Matt, if you pull it up.
Yeah, so I think you said it reversed though. 18 is her first appearance, right? And 19 is the first cover. Is that
Yeah, yeah.
okay?
Oh, that's how it is on my screen. Yeah, the right-hand side is her first cover appearance. The left-hand side with Captain Marvel
Yeah,
on it
yeah, yeah.
is,
Yep. Okay.
yeah. And then in 21, guys, this should definitely still be in backgrounds. This is the first appearance of her as the accuser, which is pretty cool. I haven't gone and read the storyline yet. I've read the first issue, but hadn't. I was busy at work today, and football was on. My Raiders lost. It was a bad night, but I'm going to go back and read these to see if it makes that much sense. I could definitely see Danvers having a half sister in the MCU, especially from a different ethnic origin, the way the MCU is going right now. Um, 3 books to be on the lookout, guys, for. I'm not telling you it's going to hit. It just makes sense to me. Matt's pick also makes a ton of sense to me. But for $3, first appearance, first cover, and first as the accuser, you cannot go wrong, guys. Cheap, cheap, cheap books.
A Supreme Love saying, as a fan of the X-Men, part of me wants to see Rogue and Mystique in the movie, but I won't want to see those characters wasted. I agree with that statement. They've been talking about Rogue in this movie for a while. I highly doubt it, especially now that we know the situation with the X-Men, that they have to use those actors and actresses up until 2025. So I don't see that happening right now.
Yeah.
Now, with Jay's picks, when he sent them to me, I was like, this is gold, Jay. I'm like, this is great. And then I said today, I said, you know what? Let me start doing some research too, and I'll see if I can find another possibility. And when I was looking at Jay's books and I saw that they were 2020, I was like, that would be really quick, but not completely out of the question. Like Jay said, they both of these make sense. Got a fucking flying here. Both of these make sense for different reasons. I like the half sister portion of this. I really do. And like Jay said, usually we'll tell you like, don't run out and buy these books. Don't overspend. Like all 3 of the books that Jay showed and the book that I'm going to show are all under $10 right now.
Yeah.
None of these books have hit the, like Jay said, none of these books have hit the app yet, which is good. So that's the time that if you like what the facts, just facts that we're giving to you right now, if you like them, now's the time to grab these. Don't wait for everybody else to grab them, because then it's too late. Because then the book's $20, $25, and then it's not, if you're looking to flip it, there's no money there. If you're looking to keep it in your PC, you bought it at the peak. So the app is listening. All right. The next up.
The app is always listening.
Next up, I have, okay, so I believe, like I said, I believe it could be either one of these. So I was just trying to play devil advocate with Jay here. And this is the first appearance of Hala the Accuser. Okay. I realized after I started researching this that some other people said it as well. This is the first time I saw this name was after I started researching. I didn't really read the articles prior to that. So Hala is the last surviving member of the Accuser Corps following the fall of the Kree Empire in comics. Okay. What's the downside here is that in comics, she never actually wielded a hammer. Like looking, it was a universal weapon, but it wasn't a hammer style. In the trailer, we did see the hammer, but that's an easy transition for them to make. So this book is Guardians of Nowhere from 2015, number 3. Pretty cool cover there. Definitely a book that you could find. It's an obscure title. This is probably a $3 book if you go to buy this right now on eBay, $3 to $5. This is a character that's a little bit more villainish, a little bit more in the ilk of Ronin. So to me, you have a 90% chance of it being one or the other of these characters. I think the other 10% is that they just make up a character, because I don't think there's another character besides Laura L. or Hala that fits what we saw on screen, what we saw in the trailer, in comics. So a little bit of spec there on the Marvels, really cheap books that, like I said, if you believe, if you like the information, now is the time to grab them. You know what I mean? So I think we'll do this a little bit each week, right, Jay? We'll pull out a little piece of what we see in D23.
We'll try to give you guys something that hasn't popped yet. And like I said, don't go out, run out and buy it, guys, because of our theories. We just lay out the foundation for you. Go do your research. There's, Wikipedia. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's sites out there where you could read comics for free. Go read them, man. Take a look at them. If you see them, it's worth picking up for $3, $4 a book. Anything over 15, I wouldn't touch them because we know how these obscure characters go. They come and they go. You hear about them, the book shoots up, everybody sells them. Movie comes out, they fall from grace, and you never hear from them again. But all these books have dope covers, pretty cool character. I'm not a big Captain Marvel fan. Would I go out and buy this book on eBay or Macari or no? Will I grab it if I see it in a back bin? Absolutely. So just something to be on the lookout for, people.
Yep. Now, former Trout, this character doesn't have any connection to Captain Marvel, though, does she? No. Other than the Kree connection, no. But that doesn't bother me as much because of how the MCU has been doing things recently. They are following a path. I'll say it nicely. They made a blueprint. They're following it, and they're fitting the round peg into the square hole at times. So that doesn't bother me as much that it doesn't have a connection in the comics, because a lot of other things do connect. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The spec we're going to be a little bit more selective with. We're going to try to throw out books that have not started to pop yet. These 4 books have not. Just to reiterate, Guardians of Nowhere #3, first appearance of Hollow the Accuser, and then you have first appearance and first cover appearance here of Laura L., half sister of Kara Danvers. Both have wielded universal weapons, aka the weapon that Ronin uses. Yeah, man. Let's see. That's it for the news this week. Wasn't a ton. A little bit of spec.
We knew there wasn't going to be much news
Yeah.
after D23. You know what I mean? Not much.
We knew it was going to be quiet for a little while, right?
Yeah, and I always look in comic book news too, guys. Haven't seen anything that was worth talking about in comics, really. I'm sure we're going to get a ton of news. There's been a ton of exclusives announced for New York City Comic Con. Can't wait for that. I'm still teetering on the fence whether I'm going to go or not.
He's going. Don't worry, he's going.
There's going to be sparks there if we do go.
That's what we're looking. That's what the people want to see.
Yeah, and guys, if you didn't know, we'll be hanging out at Gary's booth the whole time. That's like our chill spot. The cooler will be there. That's our resting zone. That's where we go to talk with everybody and bullshit about comics. The highlight of that, though, is Nerdy Girl will be right across from Gary. So I'm be all over that if I do go. That's the one reason, to be honest with you, I don't want to go because my mouth gets me in trouble. And the last thing I want is to be banned from New York City Comic Con. But that's nothing a little cosplay can't fix. I'll get back in the next year if I get booed
exactly. Out. People want to see this happen, Jay. People want to see this happen. All right. Acetate covers all in. Make sure you have your reseller, flipper, influencer t-shirt on. This way you can cut the line and you'll be good to go. You'll be good to go. Speaking of cons, this weekend, guys, we're going to do a quick little segment on this. King Kon 3, total success. Wish you guys were all there. I wish Jay was there. It was a fucking blast. I'll be honest. It's the most fun I've had at a comic event. It was nonstop laughter. The people were great. We had a flip cup challenge. We had a dance off. If you guys didn't see that stuff live, I suggest you go back and watch our last video, because we went live for like 45 minutes. We did a couple interviews. There was a dance off that went absolutely out of left field. This dude came, I think his name is Collecting Dude on Instagram. He wasn't even in the contest, Jay. We picked 2 girls and 2 guys. And when we started the music, NRG Comics provided the music. She came over to the speaker. This dude, I seen him run from the corner. He literally ran and just wormed across everyone else. And I was like, this guy's going to win.
He's that uncle. Everyone has that uncle that does a worm at a wedding. That's that guy.
Red shirt guy is a legend.
A legend.
Dude, he was getting all types of names. People were calling him Stifler. People were calling him, I forget what the fuck else were they calling him? I thought he was on coke. Like he was on some dude. His dude was like, he was like the Energizer Bunny. He was not all heroes wear capes yet. That dude came in dancing like his life depended on it. Back issue Paulie was with us hanging the whole weekend. Shout out to him. He did a completely amazing job standing in for Jay. Helped us out big time. He came up to me and was like, that dude was waiting for this moment his entire life.
he killed it. My man killed it. Listen, credit to everybody. Everybody won a prize, because if you get up there and you dance on the Defects channel, you deserve something. You deserve something. But we gave him the first pick. I wish I was there, man. Oh, God.
You ain't going to miss it again. We know that.
Yeah, absolutely. I will not miss that again.
We know that.
Could I see this hidden video that I haven't seen yet?
So first, I wanted to give a couple shout outs. So I met a bunch of people. I don't remember everybody's name. All right. There was... Jay, do you have those magnets close to you?
No.
All right, hold on. Fuck. So somebody came up to us. He also was in the video, so I'll show the video. I can't remember your name, bro. He gave us magnets with Pressable Defects logo on it, just out of the blue. Just a stack of magnets like that.
If I was there, I listen. I would have remembered your name.
Go fuck yourself.
You're nice enough to go out out of the kindness of your heart, make us magnets. The least you could do is remember the guys. I would have remembered it.
You see it?
I don't see the chat.
No, I'm saying you don't see it on the screen. It popped up. You didn't hear it, and you didn't hear it.
I didn't hear anything.
Did anybody else see it on the screen? Did anybody else hear the little thing that popped up, or is it just me? Because I could see it. Anyway, give a quick and big shout out to our man, MTG Comics, Greg. 1999 Super Chat. You guys killed it. Already working hard on number 4. Major upgrades coming. There you go. Greg put on a phenomenal show.
We need a stage. If we could do a lot with a stage. Just saying.
Boom, they heard it. Did you see it on the screen? Oh, look, they're saying they seen it. They're saying they heard it. The shit worked. Thank God. Took me forever to set up today. Red Shirt needs an agent. He'll be doing weddings, bachelor parties, and quinceañeras.
Bar mitzvah and brishes.
So the shout out to my man that gave us the magnets. Thank you so much. He also had an amazing idea. Jay, I told you about this earlier when you stopped by, right?
Yep.
He was trying to make a magnet with this shirt, but it had check boxes next to him, and there was a fourth, and it said defect, and that was checked off. I was like, Guy Ford, you dropped the ball, bro. Guy Ford, you dropped the ball. That's a fantastic fucking idea. Fantastic idea.
We'll just call him Magneto.
Magneto. There you go. I think he says his name in the video. All right. Also, Mike and Holly, my girl Holly. Shout out to you, Holly. Shout out to you, Mike. You're in the video as well. Liz and Carlos, Jay, from Local, right?
Those are my people right there.
They stopped by. They were looking for you. They bought a monster book. I don't want to say what it is just in case they don't want to be put on blast, but a fantastic raw book that I hope they get graded. I think they showed it to Erod already. So Erod, we want the update on that. We want to see the finished product of this thing. So also I met Mo. He was there with his son. Awesome dude. His son was trying to buy some of the Peach Momoko stuff that we were giving away. He loves Peach Momoko. So, hey, listen, it's all good. He was a new collector. I was like, dude, those are for giveaways. So he hung around. He was trying to wait for a giveaway, and we were lacking. We were doing something else. So I gave him those books. I knew he was a new collector, and they were so appreciative. They subbed us up. I hope that he said he was going to try to jump in and join us for the chat tonight. So if you're in here, Mo, and I didn't get your son's name, appreciate you guys hanging with us. And then Joe Rock. Jay, you seen Joe Rock on the live stream?
Hold on, before we get to Joe Rock. I mean, MTG gave us a super chat. We got a first-time kid watching right now. Can we hit him with a little something? Show him what the channel's all about?
We can do that. What do you want to see?
What do you think?
Like I had to ask.
Well, hey there, Defects. Guess who's back for some more super chats? Yeah, baby. Let's go, Defects.
So you get when you super chat here.
All
if
right,
you're new.
This new platform, Matt, none of the videos play on my end.
It's not playing?
Not on my end.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
I don't care about I care about the chat, but I don't care about seeing the chat. I don't care about seeing the intro, but when it comes to seeing Eva, man, I gotta see it. I can't
believe it didn't play. Maybe you gotta play it. Maybe that's your new job. You gotta play the videos. All right. All right. So here's there he is. Konlan Comics. I brought the magnets. It was my pleasure. You guys are always great. Dude, big shout out to you. And you know what? For the magnets, Jay's going to play you a video. So go ahead, Jay. Get in the video section. Do it up.
Man, this ain't going to work. Keep talking.
All right, so who else is in here? DJ Links, what up? Matt Farina. The whole world just changed with that super chat.
All right, ready? Magneto. This is for you, buddy. Is it playing?
No. It's not playing on your end?
No.
It's terrible. We're scrapping this. We're scrapping this platform. Terrible. Let's keep it moving. What do you think? What'd you think about Joe Rock? You seen him live?
I've met Joe Rock before, man. He probably doesn't remember me, but I've met Joe. Joe's a good dude. That's Erod's boy, Staten Island guy.
Yep, it's like Erod's neighbor. Awesome dude.
Tell me you're from Staten Island without telling me you're from Staten Island.
He's walking around with a gym bag loaded with cash. He's like, it's all right because I know karate. He was amazing. Dude was awesome. Bought some books off me. Basically tried to rob me from them by basically wanted to give me half the money. I love them anyway, just for trying. But we made a good deal, and that was it. So I know Jay wants to see this video.
It's not gonna fucking play.
What do you mean? What's not gonna play?
It ain't gonna play. I'm gonna have to watch it on YouTube. Hold on.
No, it's gonna play. It shows up on the screen.
All right, come on.
Big shout out, $4.99 from Erod212. Greatest dance off ever. I'd have to agree with that. I'd have to agree with that. So let me fucking get rid of this real quick and share a video.
This shit ain't gonna play on my end.
It's gonna play. Don't worry. It's gonna play, honey. Don't worry. Let me see. All right, go.
Hey.
Can you hear it? Do you see it?
It ain't playing.
It's not on the screen?
It's on the screen. It ain't playing.
What do you mean? I got it paused. Of course it's not playing. You fucking Momo.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, there it is, Matt. There's Matt's girl right there.
I got my girl Holly, Mike. We got Kunlun Comics. That's the dude with that gave us the magnets. And then Sean is off screen. You can't see him right now. So let's play this.
How you doing? All right. So this was the test for the people. These 4 contestants. 1, 2, 1, 3, 4. This is the prize. This sketch cover. They had to bring back the most obscure comic book they could find at King Kon.
Okay.
We're gonna start on this end.
Who we starting with? That's a dope sketch cover, right, Jeff?
State your name.
Name's Holly.
It's my girl.
Just in case you didn't know. Just in case you didn't know. 3 shades of red right now.
Yeah. Secrets out.
50
All
Shades
right.
of Red.
I like that. I like that shirt. What do we got? Back to the Future.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get that close.
And where'd you
Get
find
close.
that? Tell us where
Where'd
you
you
found
find
it.
this?
Very good.
Okay, from Gary.
Saturday mornings on CBS.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good
pretty
start.
cool.
That's
All
a good
right.
start.
I like that.
Gary didn't want you to win.
Who's next? Who's next?
Wow.
Wow. Who's next?
All right.
Mike?
Mike, I also went to Gary, right to Gary.
Yep. Okay.
I got I Love You number 100. Just for
Ooh,
you.
he's got the. See, he knows. He knows. He's got the female on the cover. Doing freak things. I like it. I like it.
Okay.
How much was that? 5
Doing
bucks?
freak
I love
things.
you.
Buy right there.
Okay.
You should have offered him 4.
All right.
What do we got?
Steve,
Steve.
Common Comics on Instagram.
Konlan Comics.
Okay.
There he is.
I have
Give him a
Jumbo
follow.
Size Henry #1.
Who
Okay.
doesn't love a jumbo size Henry?
Yeah. Old school. Okay.
Urban Dictionary.
Where'd you get that?
In the corner.
That guy?
Got it in the corner.
guy in the corner.
Got it from.
Some guy in the corner, thank you.
The guy was taking a piss. I just.
He doesn't even
Yeah.
have a
It
booth.
wasn't Gary.
It wasn't
Wasn't
Gary.
Gary, it wasn't Erod.
All right. This guy. My man looks confident right here.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
No sweat, no nothing.
No.
What's your name?
Introduce yourself.
What's your name? What's your name?
I'm Sean, also
Sean.
known as Dark Riches on Instagram.
Okay.
Darth
Okay.
Richards.
Today we have the unbelievable In-Man.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Ashcan.
ash can.
Number
This
2.
has been
Erod in the
procured
background.
from Erod212.
Oh wow.
It is
Okay.
also signed.
And it's signed.
And numbered.
What? Let me. Okay.
Okay.
Erod, Erod, put the cue cards down. It's good.
Yeah, I know. 1707 out of 2,500. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
So there's 2,500 of them.
You want to line? Just line
Okay.
up, guys. Line up with your.
How we doing this?
Well, me and Guy are going to vote, and if there's a tie, turn the book around.
Paulie, take the tape.
There you go.
Record.
I don't even know an Erod.
Record them a little bit. Well, me and Matt will confer.
My own phone?
Oh, here.
No, that right
Oh, this.
I don't even know what happened at this point.
It's gonna be a scan back
You
and
guys
forth.
want to tell your story of how you found the book a little bit? Like maybe how'd you
Go ahead.
ask for it?
Start it off.
So luckily, Erod is a good friend of mine, and he knew I was down on my luck. He helped the brother out and came with the heat. That's all you gotta say about it.
All right.
I checked out that corner table earlier in the show. Definitely had some obscure books. That's right where I went.
Gary, that's our boy. We
Went
went
to
right
Gary.
to him and just told him he started digging through boxes, and then we were like we only had a few minutes left, but we were up with Gary's pretty much the whole time having it big for us.
All right. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute while the judges converse. We have
So essentially, this became a competition between Gary and Erod. you hear them in the background, right? They're hyping up their own books. All right, let's keep it going.
Winner? We need a tiebreaker.
All right.
Tiebreaker. Okay, so the two finalists.
We're gonna have you step forward. The other guys, thank you for playing. We appreciate you.
my tiebreaker ability.
Tiebreaker. Yeah, okay, there you go.
So Maddie's pick was the I Love You book,
Okay.
and my pick was the Ed Man.
All right.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't
We
go
got something
anywhere.
for you. We got something for you.
So those are
How are we going to decide this?
so those are the two right now. Paulie,
Reject's going to pick
The
it?
pressable reject.
Pressable reject, he called them.
The diet.
so Paulie.
Hold on, I gotta get this whole thing. I gotta get this whole thing. What do you got, Paulie?
Gary's right there.
And Erod's right there. Look, two representatives.
Oh, yeah, look, those are the managers. Look at this.
Look at this, the two books.
Bring it in. Hold on. Bring it in, boys.
No, you got to pick without our
I am
influence.
going to say
In true defect fashion.
I got to go with the ash can. I think the ash can.
And man, okay. That was a good pick. I can't be mad at that.
Man, ash can.
All right.
Sorry, boss.
He's taking it back.
He's
Cheated.
You're automatically disqualified. Can't take it back.
I paid for mine.
You said
What's
fine. You
going
didn't
on
say
here?
bye.
Was that foul?
All right, we got something
No,
for you
we
guys.
did.
Don't worry, we got something for you. All right, guys, thank you so much. Hold it up. Where'd you get
We're
it?
gonna cover up this one.
Where'd you get it?
Guy here with Pressable Defects.
That's right. All right, bro.
Yo, we said before, go out and buy a book because we're giving you this sketch cover. It was, the sketch cover
Did
was.
you say? Did you say? I got to play devil's advocate here.
we
Did you
gave them a
say-
dollar amount.
Ah.
We gave them a dollar amount. It was supposed to be like 5 to 10 or 5 or less. I forget what we said, but we did give him a dollar amount. And all of a sudden, this dude was like, because back she was like, yo, how much does that book cost? And that shit said $40, and Erod just took it back. I'm like, yo, you guys cheated, bro.
That's all good. Everyone, that's a dope Joker sketchbook, man. Everyone won.
It was.
Everyone
but I
gets
gave
a
it-
prize.
Look, see, he knows. Conlon is like, yo, I got screwed because he's like, I'm the only one that paid for a book. No, I think the other one did too from Gary. At least theirs was 10. So Conlon, don't worry, I got something else for you. I was actually looking for you because I wanted to give you something else. But next time we see you, we got something for you for hanging out. But all the contestants got something. It was a blast. Like all the contestants got something on the dance off. So it was a good day. It was a really good day. I can't believe you didn't come, Jay. That's all I gotta say.
I missed it. I know, man. I'm pissed, dude. I should have came. I should have just brought my little guy with me and came.
Nah, if you brought the little guy, you just wouldn't have been Jay. You would have just been upset. So you made the right choice. But from now on, we know we got to secure the babysitter early. All right,
We got to get the babysitter.
that's it. All right, let's talk about the thing that probably. Let me see. What do we got? Let me share my screen. The thing that's on the thumbnail. That's what we're going to talk about right now. And this is Jay's area of expertise. I got a fucking fly in here. Missed it. Boom. I'll let you run this, Jay.
All right, guys. I know a lot of you in the chat know how to navigate your way through a con, right? You do your thing. This is for people that maybe I didn't realize how many people in this comic book community have never been to like a con or a show or something like that. It's amazing, man. Before the days of IG and eBay, this is where we bought our comic book, guys. This is where everyone hung out. So just a couple of like, pointers. Number one rule, gotta be don't let nobody cut you in the line, right? Nowadays, don't let nobody cut you in the line. I don't care how timid you are. No line cutting. Absolutely not. I don't care what crew walks up. Do not let anybody cut the line. If they do, come find us at New York City Comic Con.
True.
Guys, a couple of things. There's so many different people go to cons for so many different things. I'm a big remark and sketch guy and original art. That's my thing. I don't really buy books at cons. To me, Gary and these vendors are gonna kill me. Books are so much more expensive when you go to a con. The good thing is you could wheel and deal and negotiate. You could hold the book in your hand. You could see it. You could see whatever defects it has on it, whether it has creases, spine ticks, color rubs, whatever the case may be. That's the good thing. Unless you're looking for keys and back issues that you're going to get a deal on. But all these big book guys, it's tough to make good deals. And, a lot
Don't
of
worry.
vendors,
I'm going to talk about the books. I'll talk about some of the little things in a little bit. Don't worry. We'll get there.
There's a lot of vendors. There's a lot of great vendors out there that'll work with you, without a doubt, especially with grails and big books. But there's a lot of guys that have their books so high because they're afraid to sell their books because they think it's going to go higher. Then the market comes down and goes back up and fluctuates. So just, watch out for that, guys. Buy from someone that's respectable and that's going to give you a deal. No way you should ever pay. I'm the most qualified. I'm keeping the fucking realist. You know what I mean? There's so many things wrong that could be with a book. So many things that could be wrong with a book, guys. Just never pay what's on that sticker price. Always work your way down, guys. But since I'm a sketch guy and a remark guy, guys, have a plan. It's always good to have a plan, right, Matt? Just don't.
Yep.
If you go in there without a plan, without a list of what you're looking for, issues you need, whether you're trying to complete a series or, like I said, looking for certain keys of characters you like, have a list, have a plan. Sometimes you walk in there and you just get overwhelmed. I never have a plan. I just know what artist I'm going to go to for what I want to get. Another thing, always get there early, guys. Get there early. If you're going to get a remark or a signature or a sketch, a lot of people just like to get signatures on raw books. If that's the way you collect, that's the way you collect. If not, you have to go out, look for a representative from CGC or CBCS. It's a pain in the ass. Usually they're at some booth like Gary, Comic Mint, Captured Collectibles. They'll have witnesses there. You go to them, tell them exactly what you want to get. They'll send somebody out with you to witness the signature, witness the remark, witness original art, whatever you're going to get if you want to get it encapsulated by CGC or CBCS. What else, Matt?
So, I mean, if you want to talk about your specific, so that was good, like broad. So I want you to talk, because I don't do this as much, and you're like the remark king, right? You've been dubbed the remark king. So why don't you talk about that specifically, as far as when to go, where, like what's your timing, the lines, like, do you have like a little formula? Do you say like, if this line's too long, I just get on it now because it might get longer, or do you try to navigate it back around to that?
Okay.
Like if you know a certain line is going to be long, do you make sure you get like what for SIG specifically, SIGs and remarks specifically, what's your game plan?
We'll go with remarks. What I always do is months prior, and it's tough because sometimes defects come back on books. I will always get my books cleaned and pressed before I go to a con. And the reason being is, we'll just use CGC for example. I hate CCS pressing. They're terrible. They don't give a shit about your books. They're not halfway as good as a presser you'll find, especially like a guy like Erod that's going to take care of your books. They're a business. Books come in and they go. They don't, you know what I mean? And the thing with them is they don't give a fuck, because if you want a yellow label on that book, that's the only way you could go if you want your books cleaned and pressed, because that's it. CGC exclusively works with them. So that sucks. So always have your books cleaned and pressed, whatever you want to get done on a remark. As far as remarks go for me, I love them the best because, well, Oh, I love them the best because it makes a book one of one. Until COVID hit and CGC started doing these in-house signings, and you send a book in to get remarked, and everybody gets the same fucking remark. It's annoying. My first Carnage, everybody got a Bagley remark that looks exactly the same. It does not make that book 101. So the best way to get a remark, guys, at these cons, find an artist you're gonna like, a book that you're gonna like, whether it be a key, whether it just be an awesome cover, because that remark is gonna make that book one of one for your PC. It's an awesome thing to do. I'll go on the website, I'll look at all the artists that are gonna be there. I'll go into my collection, I'll look at whatever book I want to get remarked. I'll bring it up to that artist. I like to go early, but sometimes late works too, guys. I'll get into that. Nice and early, get in line. Half the times, depending on the wait, he'll tell you, come back at 5 o'clock, come back at 4 o'clock, depending on how much work he has to do, guys. I like to sit there and watch. So I'm just like, hey, man, here's my number. Give me a text when you get it started. I'd like to watch you do this. Bullshit with him a little bit or her while they're doing the remark. Always have a witness. I don't think I have any books that are a remark that are not slabbed. I like it encapsulated once I get it. I've been hating CGC right now. I just posted a book on my Instagram. It's a Thor, Got a Thunder #2, and I had a Saad Ribic do an insane gore painting on it. It came back at 9.6. Thank you, Erod. A sick book, guys. Look on my Instagram. You'll see it. You'll see what makes that book one of one now. So go through the list. Any artist you like. Most artists will do a remark. Some of the bigger names won't. Depending on the artist, depending on the remark, you're looking at about $100 for something really nice. You don't want to get a little sketch with a black marker, guys. There's a difference between a little sketch and a remark. You want something nice.
Yeah.
Again, go check out my page. You'll see a ton of different remarks from Zek to Ribic. And you'll see the quality they put into these books. Another thing I suggest is getting sleeves where the book is protected, because I sent a book out. Who did I send the book out to? Oh, I sent the book out to Rubenstein, and he just cleaned his paintbrush off on the back of my book. It was a 9.8 Gambit, first Gambit. Oh, I'm not going to say first Gambit. It was an X-Men 266 that I got remarked, painted on. He did a fantastic job, but during these remarks, they handle the books, especially these old school guys. They don't believe in grading. So have a nice little, have it in a nice little, these folder things CGC makes. You just open it up. It has a nice square cutout, so none of your book gets damaged. It has a backboard behind it. And that's it, guys. Know what you want. The last thing an artist wants to hear is, oh, you pick something. No. Tell them what the fuck you want on your book. It's your book, guys. You're paying $100 for this remark. You tell him exactly what you want. Don't leave it up to him, because he's going to do something quick, and it might be something you don't like. What else, Matt?
Well, let's take a quick break. We got a super chat and, the third defect in the house.
In the house.
What's up, guys?
Oh, you sound terrible.
I do?
Yeah, change the mic. Change the settings. We're in new software, so you got to play with it.
What the shit?
Yeah, hold on. Let me highlight this super chat real quick from Aegis Comics of Alaska. $4.99 from Aegis Comics in Alaska. Last day of the con with decent offer, but whole booth. So there you go. There's a lot of different ways of making deals. Cash. I've seen a lot of people throwing out ideas in the chat. Cash, last day, end of a day. Not necessarily the last day, but the end of a day. There's ways. The worst they could do is say no. You know what I mean? So appreciate you, Aegis. Lou and Amy, always supporting in the community. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
So going back to that with the remarks, guys.
There, go ahead, Jay.
A lot of times, wait until the last day to buy books. I'll let Matt talk about. That's where you're gonna get a lot of deals. Guys don't want to go home with books. As far as getting the artwork and the remarks done, I like Terrificon in 2-day shows, because if they can't get it done that first day, 9 times out of the 10, they go back to their room and they finish up whatever they got to finish up. But if you're in the middle of a con on like the last day in the middle of the afternoon, odds are you're not going to get that remark. But what you could do, reach out to these artists, email them, hit them up on IG. You could mail your books out to them, and when they get to the show, they'll be done for you. You know what I mean?
Yep,
If you just want a quick pickup. So that's another thing to keep in mind with that.
Guy Forge, what's up, brother?
Do I sound a little bit better?
A little bit, but not like you usually sound. So we're gonna have to play with that after the.
We'll play with that shit. Hi guys, nice to see you. Sorry I was late. Tried to get here as quick as I could. So good to see everybody. Jay, I missed you, buddy.
Thanks, man. I know.
I missed you at King Kon. You know what? We tried to make you proud, and we had a lot of fun though. But I wish you were there.
Oh man, I wish I was there. I appreciate that, dude.
Keep it thorough comics in the house. What up, my Kojins and Defects in the chat? And guys, sounding like you're visiting him in prison, talking through the plexiglass.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. So about a con. Okay, so I don't do as many remarks. I don't do as many SIGs as Jay for sure. But I do have a little game plan for trying to get back issues, wall books, and things of that nature. Like Jay said earlier, I don't buy too many big books at a con, but it is possible, all right? Because there's always a deal. You got to sniff out the deals. So with wall books, the best advice I could say is you got to know what your price point is. Know your pricing, right? Do your research beforehand. Don't show up and start doing your research there, because then you're like under the gun. Know the book you want or the books you want, but you got to know that pricing. You know, I've talked about it 100 times on this channel. Learn how to grade. Become a grader. Become your own grader, so that you know when you quickly look at that book, you could assess at least a grade range, so that you know what you're paying for. Don't trust what the dealer says. And it's not because I'm saying that they're gonna overgrade it so that you overpay. Some people just aren't great graders. You know, I've been to shows where vendors have a grade on it that's too high, and I've been on it where it's too low. I've seen grades be on a book that they graded the front cover but not the back cover. You know what I mean? So you have to be able to assess it for yourself. Don't be afraid to take it out of the bag. If it's a larger book, you know, ask them to take it out of the bag, or ask them if you could take it out of the bag, and make sure you watch that tape. Okay? Like I said earlier, deals can be made cash, end of the day, last day of the show. Back issues. All right. Time is your enemy with back issues at a con, especially something like New York Comic Con. Guy Forge will tell you, when we went to New York Comic Con in 2019, it was like a game plan, and it was just like the blinders went on, and it was like we had a certain amount of time to do back issues and back issues only. And it was just, it became almost like a race, because you want to cover as much ground as possible. Okay, there's only so much you can look for. So I like to call it looking for signs. Okay. Again, do your homework beforehand. Know your minor keys. Know your runs, right? You don't want to be looking everything up on the app as you're flipping. You want to have some sense of beforehand. You got to do that homework a little bit beforehand. We've gotten lazy with the app and the internet. We don't have to memorize as much. But when you're flipping at a con, especially a large con with a lot of vendors, you need to maximize your time. Okay. So looking for signs to know that if you're in the right place. If you start seeing a lot of number ones, right, in runs, that's a good sign. If you start seeing a lot of the keys and minor keys still in place, even the ones you're not looking for, that's a good sign. It means that this guy either has, this man or woman has a ton of keys that are in his back issues, and just not a lot of people have gone through it yet, or people are looking for other titles, or just nobody's started looking through these bins. So you're in the right place. If you start looking through bins and you start seeing all the number ones missing, all the keys and minor keys missing, it's either somebody's been through them, or the vendor knew what they were doing and they have them up on their wall, or they're on their eBay page. Don't waste too much time at that vendor. Yes, it's possible that one title is not there, but another title is there. But you have to, like I said, you have to be efficient with your time. So you have to know when to pull the plug. You have to know when to move on to the next booth, the next box, what have you. Some of these booths are small. There's only 10 boxes. You can make a quick way. Some of them, we were at, when we were in 2019, that was the last time I was in New York, we were at booths with like 100 plus long boxes. You have to make a decision quick there. Like, is this the place I'm going to find books, or is it not? You know what I mean? Go to your alphabetized runs and try to grab what you want, and then try to find, stuff that maybe you're not looking for that may be hiding in the box.
Well,
Another good. Yeah, go ahead.
That was my first experience with a Comic-Con too.
Yeah. Yep.
So that I don't know how I sound now. Sorry, but if I sound terrible, but
no, you're okay. I mean, we'll fix it. Maybe it's enough. It's good enough.
it was my first experience, and to experience New York Comic-Con was pretty bonkers. One, I had no idea what I was looking for either. So you're sitting there and I'm watching Matt because Matt was looking for specific stuff, and it was cool to watch Matt do it because then I kind of zoned into what he was looking for, and he had a little helper kind of looking for the same stuff at one point for him. So I'm like, weren't you looking for that book? The first Kingpin. I know that cover. I go, that's the one you were looking for. He goes, yes, you're right. Boom, and we walked over there. It was something like that. But me, I had no idea what I was looking for. All of a sudden, I was in books, and I'm like, I go, I'm not doing this right. There's no. I don't know if there's a right way. I don't know if there's a wrong way. But I had no idea what I was doing when I was. It was my first experience with that, and it's kind of like a crazy thing to experience first because New York Comic Con I think is just overwhelming in general.
100%.
I
won't even dig. What annoys me most about cons, and listen, everyone's there to have a good time and get along. But when you're shoulder to shoulder with someone and they're digging right next, I'm a germaphobe. I can't stand that shit.
Yeah,
it's
funny. King Kon doesn't make me feel that way at all, which is nice because it's at least you can at least kind of take your time and do what you got to do. And I didn't feel like anyone was bothered by anyone at that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's such a nice experience because it's not as big as New York. New York, I think, is just overwhelming. I know we haven't been in a few years now, but I'm sure that the same experience is going to happen with that big of a venue.
I know Jay hates this. Well,
what was that?
Jay, you clicking things?
Sorry, dude. I'm trying to figure this whole thing out.
It's all right. Play along. No worries.
I have no idea what.
No, we're in a new software. Jay's hitting these things.
I can't see any comment.
Why are you hitting the horns?
Dude,
I'm pressing buttons over here.
Where are these buttons, by the way?
They're on the bottom, but I don't think you accepted the invite in the team invite, so you're just in as a guest right now. So we'll straighten it out. Don't worry. Nice. Another thing that's a good sign sometimes. All right. Well, before I say that, so grabbing your stacks, you're finding back bins. Don't be afraid to ask. You got 10 books and they're $130. Hey, will you take $100 cash? Again, the worst they could say is no. Maybe they say 110. Don't try. Like Jay said earlier, don't pay cover price.
Offers are great.
Yeah. Guy's like, I got 200 here. Would you take 75? Somehow he gets it.
I negotiate all day long. So
if you have 10 books in your hand and someone doesn't give you a deal, put them back and just fucking.
Yeah,
walk
that's not the place you probably want to be. We got 2 super chats, but I wanted to say one thing because I know Jay hates this, but sometimes. All right. Look, see that super chat? When you go to a booth that has books that are out of order, okay? I like those booths. They take a ton of time to go through, but a lot of people don't have the patience for it. And I've grabbed some monsters out of booths with books out of order. When they're out of order and there's no bag and board, I usually go through them quickly, just scan to see if it's worth spending 30 minutes. But if it's out of order and bagged and board, a lot of people don't want to waste the time. So if you're kind of at the end and you don't have another good booth in your area, spend 20 minutes and just see if you can pull gold out of there. Jay, I know you hate it, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, no, listen, I do some digging in back bins. I usually don't. I go to cons to hang out, have some beers, talk to people, chill out. Get my remarks done. But when I do dig, I like the bins that are all different titles just thrown together in one box because that's where you find gold, guys. When books are sorted, like Matt said, You could find, you know what I mean? You could find keys, you could find deals. Those unsorted boxes, though, that's where you find gold. Another thing is bring Purell, because your fingertips are black by the end of the day. It's absolutely disgusting.
$25.
Bring Vicks. It got a lot better. Like, hygiene at cons have got a ton better, man. You used to go to a con and all you would smell was armpits and feet. Like, it was the absolute worst. Just a bunch of nerds packed into one room, funking the whole fucking place up. You know what I mean? And that it's a little Vicks under the nose. That's it.
So what you're saying is
it gets you through the whole con.
So what you're saying is it's the pits.
It's the pits, yeah. Especially you got some dude hawking over
Really?
you, breathing his hot fucking.
This is what we've succumbed to. Fucking noises and sound bits.
Yeah, dude. Oh, is there a sound bit? Another one?
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Okay. The fact that I don't have control of this is terrible.
$25 Canadian super chat from former Trout, always coming through. Donation to Guy's Prison Cigarette Fund. It's donating to the commissary. I love it. And then we got another one too from, there it is, Aegis of Alaska, coming through again from a $9.99 super chat. Hate when random ass booth kisses the back of your neck. That is dangerous. That could start violence right now. I love it though. Give him a little super chat. I don't know. Jay can't.
Wait, I have a question because I can't highlight comments either. But Pope of Chilitown asks, "Why did King Kong smell like burnt meatballs?"
That is a very good question, Guy, and you're going to answer that right after we play the super chat video.
Right after this.
If I can find it.
Make it rain on me, Defects. Yeah. I can feel it. More.
So Jay can't see it, but Guy can see it. So we got to figure this out. We're getting there. There's some cool things about this software, and there's other things that aren't working. Guy, meatballs at King Kon. For the people that didn't see it, quick rundown.
Take the comment off my face, and
Sorry.
I'll talk. It's all right, no problem. I know it's the first time you're doing comments, so you know you need a little help. So, yeah, we so on the way we went down a day early or the night before to try and get there a little early and try and do stuff, but obviously I got out of work late. By the time we left, we didn't have a sign. Who knows? Do we know where the sign is anyway? But
I don't know. I think Jay.
Anybody have it? Okay. So we're on our way down and we're trying to find a place to eat, and it's not conducive when one person's driving and one person's trying to find a place to eat, and one person doesn't know where they're going. And
yeah, one's doing both.
Doesn't do both. Can you get this thing out of my face? So anyway, we're trying to find a place to eat. Finally, we found out that there's an Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza close to there. So we're like, okay, we like the meatballs there, so let's go there. We ended up going there. We ended up ordering, and actually the meatballs are very good there. I wouldn't get them if they weren't. But we sat down. We were so excited, and we realized that, you know what, we're going back to the place where all the guys are now, so let's just get the pot of meatballs, because you can order a pot of meatballs and just take them with you, and they give you the pot. Like, thank you so much. Okay, so we ordered the meatballs, and let's just say they came to the table, and we're both excited. We're like, boom, ready to eat. And Matt just cut into the first one and started. I mean, they were hot as hell too, but he cut into the first one, and all of a sudden he just goes, "Yeah, I don't know about these." I go, "Why? What's wrong with them?" All of a sudden I'm looking. He goes, "They're burnt." I go, "They're burnt." And it's okay to eat a meatball that's like, you know, fried and it's nice, whatever like that. But like these were burnt. They were sitting in there. And Matt's like, "We gotta call the waiter over." And
it kind of ruined the whole idea. Like,
it ruined the whole idea.
Jump to the part where we brought them.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, the waiter gave it to us for free. Long story. We brought them back to the thing with us because we're gonna bring them anyway. So we brought them back there. Then all of a sudden, everybody starts in the room and everything starts laughing. They go, "Oh, pot of meatballs. Who's got a pot? We got meatballs. We got." And then we tried to convince Gary to eat one with his hand and stick his hand in the meatballs.
Gary. Yeah.
And he didn't do it. But everyone's smelling the meatballs and realized that they smell burnt. So no one's eating them. So now we're stuck with a pot of meatballs that no one ate.
So Guy Forge brought pizza and meatballs to the night before King Kon. I mean, that's when you know you're Italian.
That's how you know Greg's a nice guy. The last thing you want to see brought into a fucking comic book show is a pot of meatball. I couldn't think of a worse thing.
It was the night before.
It
was the night before.
Night before. Who doesn't want to sit there and eat meatballs?
This went from comic books to eating balls.
Oh God!
Even Gary said they were way burnt. They were.
He was
would
right.
know a good meatball if it fucked him in the ass.
Whoa!
Wow!
Whoa.
Yeah, Gary's like a parsnip, and what does Gary look like?
Parsnip?
He likes to eat? Yeah, Brussels sprouts.
Gary's in the chat. I feel like,
Gary,
he's very taken aback by that statement.
Gary doesn't look like he knows a good. You guys look like you know meatballs.
He knew the meatball right away. He wouldn't eat because he said they were burnt. We didn't even tell them they were burnt.
A corn dog guy.
I was very surprised that Gary knew right off the bat that they were burnt without us telling him. He smelled it. So his nostrils were in tune. But we're getting off track now.
He's insulted, by the way.
He's way insulted. We're getting way off track.
I'm just saying.
Jay, that's terrible.
It's an upstate guy talking about meatball. He knows Johnny's though, so I give him.
He likes Johnny. He knows. All right, the last thing I want to talk about at cons, and we got to talk about this. Clearly, you got to be wearing one of these shirts, but exclusives at cons. Okay. Listen, we got to talk about it. The bottom line is, get to the lines early. That's it. Because someone's going to try to cut, and if you're looking for them for yourselves, that's easy. You just buy whatever you like. If you're looking to make a buck on these, because clearly people that are there and they're limited print run, there's a premium on that because not everybody can make it. So not everybody has an unlimited budget. You're not going to buy every single exclusive there. Focus on the ones that you think people would like. You know, what's hot, what characters are hot, what titles are hot. A lot of them are homage covers. See what's hot. That's my little spiel on exclusives. Because guess what? Exclusive existed before C2E2, and they're gonna and the same thing's gonna happen for years and years to come. If you're at the con and you get in line early, you get rewarded because the book is worth more than you paid for it. Hopefully, the guy just doesn't double it right as you get to the front of the line, right? That's what we can hope for. So clearly, if you want the books, the exclusives for yourselves, great. If you're looking to flip them, that's okay too. Like I said, just focus on what you think people would, what's hot in the market right now. That's all. I know Jay's avoiding this one with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I'm not talking about exclusive.
Listen, we got to give them. Listen, we can't not talk about it. It's part of a con, so I ain't gonna be afraid to say nothing about an exclusive. I mean, if you're not happy with it, then hey, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Certain exclusives are dope, dude. Like a show exclusive is cool as fuck, man. Like if you want like a piece of memorabilia from a show, that you grab an exclusive. But it's gotten out of hand, dude, in the last month. Like it's just I don't know.
I think it'll level out. I think it'll correct itself. BLC says 121 watching, 81 likes, so you know what time it is. Time to smash that like button.
I didn't see it this time.
I didn't see it either this time.
I can't see anything.
Wait, hit it again.
Can you hear
it again? Yeah, I can hear it. Hit it again.
Jay, can you hear it?
No, I say we wrap this thing up tonight. We wrap it up.
Hit it again.
You want me to hit it again?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta find it now. Where the fuck is it? Nope. It's all right.
No, I'm trying to see if I saw it on YouTube because I have YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's on
too.
YouTube. I mean, everybody said they saw it earlier. So anyway,
okay.
Like Jay said, we're getting ready to wrap this thing up. But before we get out of here, we got a nice little announcement. We made it last week, but I'll say a little reminder.
Next. Yeah, no, I don't think. By the way, I don't think anybody saw it. They heard it.
Really? Okay. So I don't know what the fuck's happening. What do you want me to tell you? It's our first time rolling with this software. Okay. The fuck? It's Defects. This Saturday night, Guy Forge.
We got a little something going on.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we got a live auction going on. First defective auction. This should be fun.
A little bit of everything there. We're going to have raws. We're going to have lots. We're going to have keys, buy it nows, auctions, Gary's probably stopping by for a little bit. They started at 8 p.m. Eastern.
He just said, I don't know if I'm coming now.
Well, listen, I said...
Jay insulted him too much.
That's what well, now maybe he's not coming.
I mean, does he look like a meatball guy? Maybe I'm wrong.
He's Italian.
Huh?
He's part Italian.
Is he?
He might be all Italian. I don't know.
I thought Gary was French.
Look at his left. Why? Because...
Wow, French.
Gary looks French.
Yeah, I think he's French. I don't think he's French.
3/4 Italian.
His last name's not French, Jay. Maybe the way you pronounce it is French.
Pepe.
Stupid.
Because of the cartoon character?
Because of the skunk?
That's Le Pew.
He said he's more Italian than Jay.
He probably is.
He's a quarter Irish. See, I told you.
I just wouldn't bring a pot of meatballs into a con.
That's because you're half Irish and half Italian.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, I'm just.
Listen. I'm gonna be honest.
You just said because I'm classy.
Because I'm classy.
Yeah, he'll bring a fifth in, but not a pot of meatballs.
Hey Gary,
don't worry about it.
come grab a meatball.
We might be selling meatballs on the auction. We might be selling meatballs on the auction. So
you never know. You never know. So guys, this Saturday night, come and hang out. It's the first Defects auction. You know it's gonna be a shit show. So I don't know with this software. I don't know what's gonna happen now. So anyway. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we get out of here?
Oh, we ain't using this shit Saturday night, are we?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, God, it's going to be people are going to be robbing books from us.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. We got to figure this shit out before Saturday. All right, Guy Forge, last words.
Nice to see everybody.
Good one. It's good. It's good. I mean, it's short and sweet. Butch.
Guys, looking forward to the auction. It's our first auction. We're going to bring fire. You know, we ship out. My books are out the next day, which is a Sunday. So actually, they'll be out Monday. They'll be at your house by Wednesday or Thursday, the latest. Tons of fire. It's going to be a good time. Tons of laughs. No meatballs. I promise you that.
All meatballs.
Sorry
all the time.
if we didn't get to you.
You can't promise that.
Things have been all over the place. We're going to get the hang of this thing, so don't be offended if we missed your chat, missed your comment. Good times. Next show will be a lot smoother. Hopefully, we could see super chats and hear stuff. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep pressing like with this stuff, which I can't even hear. So until next time, guys, Saturday night, bring your drinks. Bring whatever you're doing. If you're smoking, cigars. If you're drinking beers, come hang out, buy some comic books. If not, come chill out for the laughs. It's going to be a good time. You're going to like the books we have. You know, Gary always brings the heat. You know, Matt always brings the heat. And it's we're busting Guy's cherry here. His first auction.
Yeah, buddy. Gary reminded me he's doing that top MCU, what is it? The top MCU movies / shows. The link to the survey, Vote for 5, is at the top of the chat. It's pinned to the top of the chat. DJ Links hooked it up. He did the survey for us. So we're going to be running that in a few weeks. You're going to get all the results, just like we did the top moments. So that was pretty fun. There's a little look back to when the MCU was actually good. So we're going to do the same thing with the movies and shows. So if you want to vote, link is pinned to the top of the chat for now until the rest of the show, which is only going to be a few minutes. What's the price on the book behind me? It's not for sale. Some things just aren't for sale. All right. So Defects, thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for showing up tonight. This was a blast. And I hope to see each and every one of you on Saturday night. All right, Defects. Catch you on the next one.